Good morning. How are you all? Matt Glover is in first. What a stud. Matt Glover just kicked ass right there. Okay, let's see. Jennifer Denton Pitstick. Hello.
Jennifer Pitstick. Holy crap.
Marcia Lackey hanging out with us. Cindy Schneider. Terry Grossman. Terry Grossman, how about those Hoosiers? Brian Maurer's on. You know what?
Bruce!
Oh, stop.
Bruce!
Oh, God, here we go.
I cannot wait to kick your butt the next time we're on the golf course, just like I do every single time. Every time. He's begging for mercy by like the 8th hole.
Not true.
Is that what he said?
Not true, newsman. Hey, Doreen. Robert, Stephanie Harrison. Love it. All right, let's go. Oh, yeah.
Now, back to the wake-up call with Phil Quinn. Brought to you by Philip
What temperature you got?
On Richmond's Classic Hits, 101.7 The Point.
32 degrees here in the Whitewater Valley. It is 6:43. I had to ask Jeff the temperature because I forgot my watch. All right, so welcome to a Monday edition of the Wake Up Call. Time to take a look at headlines. Very exciting. Later today, Jeff and I, we do a segment at about 8:45 called 5 Things, and we have our very first edition where we have a new sponsor on for that, Dargy Automotive. So thank you to the Dargy Automotive folks. They're working hard at it already. So we're excited about that. Now we need a sponsor for this segment. Send all inquiries right over to abd@kicks96.com. How you doing, Jeff?
Doing well.
All right, man. What's going on?
Well, let's talk about what happened. Really, it happened Friday after we were out of your show and after we were out of news. But there's been kind of a development, I guess you could say, over the weekend.
Trouble counting.
Yeah, we all know by now that there was an issue with Wayne County's vote count. Nearly 2,000 votes went uncounted on election night, and that the explanation was kind of given on Friday. The voting company has taken, or the software company has taken full responsibility for the issues. But over the weekend, the Wayne County Democratic Party issued a statement and lobbed some shots. They said that they were disappointed that it took 9 days to discover the error.
True.
They said that there was not a sufficient number of operable voting machines at First English Lutheran Church, which then created excessive lines, which in turn discouraged people from voting.
No, that's not true.
Well, that's what they said.
I know, but
Okay.
And look, Beth Herrick does a great job. I'm glad she's leader of the party. I mean, she's getting those folks together. That's fine. The reason why you didn't have a Republican letter is because the clerk is Republican. And the only reason, and I'm sure the software company screwed up. They didn't dot the T, cross the I, and add the 0 at the end. I mean, whatever. But what's the opposite angle? You blame the elected official? Well, then as a software company, you're out of here. They go get somebody new.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Any truth of the rumor that the person working for the software company was Russian? Is there any truth to that?
Don't think so.
All right, I'm just making sure.
I don't think so.
But we were all kind of shocked. I guess I wasn't shocked. I kept thinking, well, the voter turnout was so low because nobody is focusing on the local elections and they're just looking towards 2020. But that turns out not to be the case.
Yeah, it was slightly lower, but not substantially lower.
No.
I think on the night that the returns came in, and I know because I was out there at the out at IU East when the returns did come in, is that was really the big talk, is that the turnout was so low, 2,000 below what it was 4 years ago, but now we know why.
Right.
Yeah. All right. And there was no, just in case you don't know, there was no substantial change. There was no change at all in any of the Richmond outcomes. There was an issue with Dublin Town Council. There's a tie there for the last seat. That's going to have to be decided on how to break that tie.
And we think half-naked mud wrestling is the way to go.
I do.
I think so too. We were trying to get that done in Randolph County, but now we actually. But there weren't 100 people that voted in that thing, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's just terrible.
Yeah.
The real victim here is anybody that likes to wear aluminum foil and put on their back of their head and think that the world's out to get them. And I didn't hear any candidate from the fall elections talking like that. They were all just said, it's the way that it goes. But we lose a little bit of trust. We lose a little bit of faith in the process. And it's really going to take the county commissioners and county council to look at how we do this early voting, because I am not sold that people were discouraged to vote. I know there were long lines at First English, but Beth, you got to get over yourself on that, because I just think anybody that they would have stayed open late if they needed to. I don't think people were turning around going, "Yeah, too busy, not going to do it." I just don't think that that's the case. And if it is, it may be a handful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Murder trial begins today in Wayne County. It's James Childers. He's back on trial for the second time in Wayne Circuit Court for the murder of Austin Sparks. A trial ended about a year ago, his first one with a hung jury. In fact, it was a 6-6 tie. Opening statements begin this morning, and then prosecutors will present their case.
All right.
A sort of a disturbing arrest, I guess, yesterday. A couple of alleged Richmond burglars taken into custody. 44-year-old Rex Jordan, 38-year-old Chad Newton, both taken into custody in the 1100 block of South D Street. I don't yet know the details of the burglary arrest, but I do know that both of these guys have some disturbing backgrounds, including Jordan, who's a registered sex offender based on a 2009 conviction in West Virginia that was the Indiana equivalent of child molestation. Newton has arrests that include cocaine and meth dealing. Let's see.
No, neither of which do you want your daughter to bring home for Thanksgiving?
Bingo.
Allegedly.
Bingo. A Kokomo family asking for help of people in this area yesterday. Apparently their 15-year-old daughter is being held against her will by a 17-year-old boy. They say that the boy's SUV ran out of gas near a church in Eaton. The girl now, so they're stuck, they're out of gas. The girl takes a picture of where she is, of this church, and so then they started trying to ping their phone. The phone did ping to a location in Eaton.
Really?
They have not been found. And at last report, I guess overnight, it pinged down in Monroe, so they are maybe out of the area by now.
And did they get gas?
I don't know. I don't know how.
Man, you got to be able to catch up to these. That sounds weird.
Yeah, I don't know how they left or much more about it, but I will have her picture on our website this morning.
Okay.
And one last note: if you're traveling around Richmond today and for the next 3 days, heads up that the G Street Bridge in Richmond is going to be. It's quit banging your head. It's going to be closed between 8:30 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. That's to allow crews to do some inspection before renovations. It will be open during the time that students are arriving to and departing from Richmond High School.
All right. And they're just fortifying it for more stuff to happen later.
I think so.
Okay. I can barely see you this morning. Like the arm of the microphone's in your way.
Well, I got to get over this way because.
Oh, I got it.
You know,
We got
people
it. Yes.
And look at this.
You're that handsome. No, I know. You got some silk threads on. You're going
Take
well.
it in.
Yep.
Breathe it in.
All right. So I know you have noticed. There's a ring on my finger. You've noticed this.
Yes.
Okay.
I was actually about to ask you about
But
that.
you didn't ask about it, and I thought we needed to handle this issue.
Okay.
So here's what you need to know. I'm practicing. I'm practicing.
Yeah.
I went out and found silicone rings, and I found I like black. I don't know for whatever reason, but I like it, and so I put it on my ring finger that I'll actually have a wedding band on when I officially do the deed, or we do the deed. It takes two to tango. So I'm practicing with it. Is that weird? Casey's like, I don't think that is something that most people do. That's kind of weird. But I haven't worn a ring in a long time, and I'm fidgety with it, and I pull it apart. I bought 5 of them. They're like $8.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I could tell you what company I bought them from, but I don't know Chinese symbols. So, but I just wanted to have some fun with it and talk. But she goes, on your ring finger? I said, well, where's your engagement ring? She goes, on my ring finger. But guys don't do that. I said, well, ladies also used to take the man's name. That didn't necessarily happen in us. Traditions are getting rocked left and right. So I'm curious what people think.
I think black's all the rage now for wedding bands.
No, the pre-wear, the practice wear.
Right, I understand. But yeah, the pre-wear thing is weird.
Yeah. Well,
it's real weird.
the reason why we're on Facebook Live is because we're two very attractive men, and I just want to make sure the women stay away. I want to make sure this is the warning shot. Stay away, ladies. I don't go anywhere anymore. I don't go anywhere by myself anymore. I don't. I stayed at home. I watched 7 hours of Red Zone. Never left the couch yesterday.
Sad.
Ordered DoorDash. No, what do you mean sad? It was the best day of my life. What's wrong with you?
All right.
I loved it. I'm in pajama pants and a hoodie, and I ordered food, and it came to my house in like 45 minutes. It was good. So, When you're watching Red Zone, there's no commercials. But are you a commercial guy?
No.
You're right. You're not?
Nope.
Sometimes I like them, especially movie premieres. It gets me excited about going to the movies. But with Red Zone, there's no commercials. Most of the stuff on Netflix that I watch, no commercials. And I'm a commercial guy. I mean, look, that's how we get paid. So I like as seen on TV infomercials. I will get into infomercials and try to look for persuasive words that they use. I mean, I just kind of try to dissect it. So as seen on TV products, they're the rage. I'll hit that at Walmart and look around and kind of look at some stuff. So I want to know if there's a good as seen on TV product. I have a few. I have 5, but I'll ask you for yours first. That is our question of the day.
All right. Well, one of yours might be mine then.
Okay.
And I don't know this because I don't have one, but I've heard the ShamWow works pretty well.
It does. The ShamWow does. It works better than the guy trying to sell him because he was a crackhead. But he got you interested. You just kept watching. Like, I think this guy's head's going to explode. I got to see what he's doing here. But he has the slap chop too. Now, he bought the rights to the ShamWow and the slap chop, I think, and the slap chop works. I have seen that in action. I don't have one personally, but I know the slap chop works. I think one that we don't take a lot of account for is OxyClean.
Yeah.
It was a product that started as seen on TV, and now they've worked it into Tide and the different kinds of bleaches. I mean, it's all over the place. So, that one, George Foreman Grill, the Scrub Daddy, those are all pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think the Flexall, that stuff doesn't work. They say it's supposed to, but it doesn't work. But we need to know. What about Ginsu knives? Remember those?
Yeah.
Slice a table.
Yeah.
I bet I wanted to have one of those to try it out. I just had stuff around the house I wanted to try it on. My sister.
That took a second to sink in.
Yeah.
Some of the exercise equipment, I don't know if it works or not, but those half-hour infomercials on Saturday mornings, brother, they're worth watching. Get my drift?
You're a sick puppy.
I'm saying.
Suzanne Summers, the Thigh Master. Remember that?
Yeah.
She's still, you know what? I'm not going to mention that during this segment. And the boss is here. But Suzanne Summers, very active, if you catch my drift. We just did a story on that for our 5 things.
Wow.
Yeah, like a twice-a-day lady. And I think the Thigh Master has something to do with it. What about what was the Snuggie? Is that what it was?
Uh-huh.
The dress, you put their whole place. Then they made teen brands out of that. You see them at stadiums all the time still.
Yeah.
The undershirt T-shirt extender. Kristen says the undershirt T-shirt extender. I don't know what that means. Is that like?
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
I don't know. Well, we got to get out of here. We're running late.
All right.
Thank you, Jeff Lane.
See ya.
Dream to buy a new home, that new car, college, or that vacation.
All right, so what do people stay away, ladies? Oh, Casey's on here. Jeff saving from himself. Beautiful. All right, guys, we've got the new CEO of Wayne Bank coming up on the show today, John Christie. I think Mike Gaddis, who's the senior vice president or something, he's going to be here too. So I think Mike and John Christie are going to be in studio with us. Help us answer our question today, as seen on TV products. And quit making fun of my ring.